Hi, I'm your host Ruggero Dalla Santa, and today we're looking at how an actor's performance changes depending on the shot. Adapting the acting to the venue is something normal for professional actors on stage. If you don't adapt your movements and your volume to a big West End or Broadway venue, no one beyond the first couple of rows will be able to enjoy your performance. In the same way, people will be deafened by your projection if you didn't adjust your volume for a small fringe theatre. The very same thing is true for camera work. People often mistakenly say that camera acting is always smaller than stage acting, when actually it depends on the shot and the style of the movie, but we'll talk about that in another episode. Watching actors in an establishing shot is similar to watching them from the back row of a big theatre. You see their whole body from a distance, which means they have to act with their whole body or you won't understand anything of what they're doing. In a wide shot, we still see their whole body, but we're a little closer. It's kinda like watching a play in a small fringe theatre. The mid shot is what gives us the most familiar relationship with the actors on the screen, because it's more or less the distance we keep when we talk with most people on a daily basis. This is the reason why in the 80s and 90s, television programs mostly used mid-shots. They wanted the audience to feel like they were just watching their friends on TV. The mid-close-up is a fairly intimate shot. It's the distance you might have when you're sitting at a small table with a date. On the screen, we only see the head and shoulders of the actors, which means we don't really know what they're doing with their hands and feet, but we notice every tiny change of expression in their faces. The big close-up brings us so close to the actor that the only thing we can compare it to in real life is being so near to someone that you can kiss them. It's so close that we get the feeling that we are actually entering the actor's mind and we can read their thoughts, because every tiny change in their expression reads as huge on the screen. The tricky part is to remember to always use everything you have at your disposal, which means everything that is seen on the screen needs to be alive and engaged in a way that reads well on camera. In a wide shot, your whole body is on the screen, so your whole body needs to be active, and a tiny movement of your eyes will probably not be seen at all. If you're doing a close-up instead, what you do with your feet is irrelevant, but you have enough room to move your head around, and the minuscule action like swallowing becomes big and important. Some directors refuse to tell their actors which shot they're doing, for fear that this might take away their spontaneity. And if you're working with amateurs, or even just actors who are not used to camera, that might be a good idea. But remember that for experienced screen actors, knowing the shot is fundamental to give you their very best performance. We'll talk more about casting in later episodes, but for now remember, always check your candidate's screen acting skills before you cast them. So make sure you bring a camera to the auditions and don't make any decision until you've seen the footage. From the next episode, I'll give you a few exercises to improve your screen acting skills. It's going to be useful stuff even if you're a director, so make sure you stick around. Have you ever worked with directors who refuse to tell you which shot they're doing? If you're a director, do you check your candidate's screen acting skills before you cast them? Please let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this videos, remember to like it and subscribe. See you next week. Have you got a topic you want me to talk about? Please let me know in the comments below and I'll do my very best to help out.